Hi, welcome. I'm Bill Holcomb, and today we will be painting a no sketch landscape. This one shows the ocean in the distance with some dunes in the foreground and grasses, etc. The only pencil is one straight line with a ruler for the horizon. So very easy, perfect for beginners. Show you those on a test card, you can see the intensity. Then with a quill number 8, we lay down some clear water at the top. I'm using that method on this occasion because some people say, well, when I lay down the yellow and then the blue, I get green sky. That's because your yellow is probably far too intense, but if it's not too intense, the blue will overpower it. So this is another method to completely avoid that issue. So now we lay down the blue onto the clear water, just touching where we laid down the yellow. Then, still wet at this stage, we can go to a small brush like a number 4 and drop in a few cloud shapes here and there. We will have a sunrise with the sun showing slightly right of center. That will be done by a method that I'll show you for lifting. So we have not had to paint around the sun. So this is perfect for beginners, no sketching involved, and using the familiar masking tape for our horizon level. So take that tape off, and as you can see, it's nice and clean under there. The tape did its job very well. Then we've got a flat brush, and we're going to do the ocean with our weak Winsor Blue version to start with. And here, if you break it up, little squiggles here and there, you can get a wave action going on, where we use the white of the paper for our whites. Now we can drop in some dark shadow here and there on the ocean from the clouds above. And you'll see I'm leaving a little area a bit lighter there, slightly to the right of center, because we'll be having the sun and the sky up there, and I want some light on the water from the sun, which I'll emphasize even more as we go along. Now for a beach, you've got your Winsor Yellow. You could add a little bit of yellow ochre if you wish. Um, that's often good for sand, but very weak because this is one of the beach based on one of the beaches in Florida. The sand is often close to white. Then in the foreground, it's always a little bit darker. That helps push the eye up into the painting. And this will lighten even more, as you'll see. Obviously, you would be using a smaller brush at this stage. You might go to your number 8 for doing the sand on the beach. Then drying that off, and as I said, it's much lighter. Now I'm doing a little bit of lifting where the sun will be catching the surface of the water. So clear water on a flat brush, very clean tissue so you don't transfer color. Then for lifting of the sun, what you can do is use a stiff brush, flat brush, a quarter size, one that's often used for painting acrylics and oils. So it's a stiff bristle brush and allows you to dig in a little with clear water, then the tissue and lift. Then we mix up some greens because we've got some grass banks and dunes in the foreground here. Once again, very good use of the flat brush where we can get long strands of grass. I very much using that brush in vertical motions so that we get those thin lines. Then you would use a darker version of the green and leave gaps on purpose here and there. Otherwise, what's the point of laying down the lighter version first? We do want various gaps. So you would now drop in a little bit of the bluey shadow at the very bottom there. And that's not at the moment very well married together. That will get better as we drop in some darker grasses and then marry that together at the bottom. Then we've got a few little footprints on the sand. People come to the beach through the dunes, and I will have tissue to hand so that I can lighten here and there, so some lighter, some darker. And I want them smaller and smaller as they go off into the distance, smaller and fainter. Okay, so that's coming together quite well. Just marrying that together, little bit of water on the brush there. And then I mix in some light red with some Winsor Blue because we have stems of grasses that will be quite tall. And on purpose, they go up quite high and they go over the horizon line. And you will notice that they all bend in the same direction. So we got wind or strong breeze blowing from left to right, and it's bending them over a little. If you hold the brush right down low, close on the ferrule, you can get more accuracy with slim, faint lines rather than thick lines. And then a few strands on the tops. And of course, not all uniform. They're bashed out in the open, bashed by wind and rain and storms, etc. So have little gaps here and there, some half broken off, etc. Make it as realistic as possible. And then it's a repeat on the other side, so we didn't need to show that in the tutorial. And then I've decided a little bit of life in this one needed with a few birds in the sky. Just a grey mixture of blue and red. So I always have an odd number for the birds and flying in various directions and plenty of space between them, etc. And here's a reveal for Mui tape taking off. Perfect for beginners. I hope you have a go at this one, and I look forward to seeing you next time.